Welcome to the Start Something Show. Join world-renowned experts, change agents, and everyday folks who have done the amazing. All here to help you start something incredible. Now it's time to step out, live your perfect day, and create a legacy with your host, Tina Dietz.
What do you do when you don't like selling? What do you do when you don't like selling? What do you do when you don't like selling, but you own a business? Hey, didn't expect that, did you? It's Tina Dietz. Welcome back to the Start Something Show VIP Backstage Pass. And today we are going to be diving in deep. If you are somebody who is great at what you do, but the thought of sales and marketing makes you want to scrunch up your little face and hide under a blankie, well, this is it, folks. The truth is that we gotta get over it, or we gotta find ways that you can authentically embrace sharing your message, sharing your voice, sharing your products and services that doesn't feel icky to you, but gets the word out, because nobody's going to be able to find you if you're hiding under a rock. Today we have Terri Levine back on the show, and she's a great friend and an amazing entrepreneur who has helped thousands of people find their way in business. She's trained hundreds of coaches, but beyond that, she's worked with many, many high-level professionals, doctors, lawyers, folks who own bricks and mortar businesses, dentists, chiropractors, and so on and so on. Folks who really don't love marketing but are highly professional in what they do. And she's got the goods on what you can do to bring your sales and marketing to the next level without feeling like a sales monster. Best of all, we're going to be talking about marketing methodologies that are reasonably cost or even low cost or free here on the show today, because we know that you're busy, you've got a lot of plates flying and wheels spinning and all kinds of things going on. There's a lot of places that your money could go to. We're going to scoot right over to that interview with Terri after one quick word of appreciation for the folks making this podcast possible. Ah, yes, the 1980s. My childhood. Did you ever see those commercials back in the 80s for the hair club for men, where the spokesperson said, "I was a customer and had such great results, I bought the company"? Well, that's not so different from the story I have about how I started producing and publishing podcasts. When I wanted to launch my show, I knew that if I tried to figure out all the moving parts on my own, it would never get done. So, on the recommendation of John Lee Dumas from Entrepreneur on Fire, I hired Cashflow Podcasting, and it was one of the best decisions I have ever made. I had such a fabulous experience having Ben Kruger and his team at Cashflow Podcasting launch my podcast that we ended up working together. Launching podcasts is a blast, and if you want to have your own podcast and do it right, you can go to cashflowpodcasting.com/Tina and get the wonderful Cashflow Podcasting 21-step podcast launch checklist. That's what I did to get my show started. If you've been dreaming about your own podcast to build your empire, now is that time. Go to cashflowpodcasting.com/Tina and get started. Hello there, Superstarters. This is Tina Dietz. Thank you for joining me for the Backstage Pass of the Start Something Show, and we're back here with Terri Levine. Hi, Terri.
Hi, Tina. Glad to be here.
Now, Terri, you shared some really deep information, some fabulous information, and now we're going to go deeper here, and I want to dive right in. You and I both work with a lot of service providers who are professionals, and you have a great deal of experience not only with coaches, but also with dentists, chiropractors, and other professionals who are not sales and marketing people. They have no background in it 9 times out of 10. How do you help someone who is a busy professional, good at what they do, become comfortable and effective promoting themselves and their businesses?
Love this question. So one of the things that I learned over the years is that somebody who's not comfortable with sales and marketing is never going to be comfortable with sales and marketing. Okay, it's not their natural style. It's not their natural brilliance. So I believe they have a few choices. One, go hire somebody, pay them commission, allow them to do the sales and marketing for you. You don't have to be the one. And so I find that you go do your natural brilliance, whether you're a dentist, you go do your dental treatment, whether you're a coach, you go do your coaching, you're a speaker, you go speak. There's a ton of people out there that will work on a commission-only basis and are thrilled to go represent you. But here is one of the coolest things that you can make use of today, and I call it reverse marketing. And reverse marketing is really simple. Social media. It has no cost or low cost. The maximum that we spend with social media, the maximum, is $60 a month. And I'm going to say this, Tina, it's going to be pretty bold and brazen, but here's the deal.
Do it.
If you are not willing as an entrepreneur to put $60 a month towards social media, go get a job, okay? Go get a job, because you should not be a business owner, okay?
Preach.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
$60 a month will allow you to boost posts or do an ad on Facebook that will reach your exact ideal target audience and will get in front of them and will allow you to literally advertise whatever products or services you are offering. And from those $60 a month ads, some of my clients have made, I'm just going to give you rough examples. One of my veterinarians does about $19,000 a month. One of my coaches last month, ready for this?
Yep.
Almost $92,000 in a month.
Cripes.
Right? The worst person, absolute worst, a $60 a month budget did $18,000 in their first month.
Ooh.
Okay, but Tina, I have to be honest. Here's the problem. Most people have not a clue how to use social media. I see.
No, this is true, especially since it changes so quickly as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You have to understand Facebook, the algorithms. They literally, lately, they're changing weekly. So you need to hire somebody who totally gets it, understands it, and I actually recommend you hire somebody who is creating the posts for you, who understands a term called edge ranking or edge marking. And I will tell you that if you have the perfect ads that are going to your ideal exact target audience, and you have what we call in the rapid ROI model a core unique positioning statement, you are going to, from that $60 a month, have what I call reverse marketing. People call you, people go to your website, they contact you, and or they just sign up on your webpage. It is the best thing since sliced bread.
Wow. Okay, so let's dig in a little bit more about this rapid.
We're going to say that.
All right. We gotta go further into this because that's just too good. All right. You had shared in the regular Start Something show about what inspired you to put together this rapid ROI model, but how does this work? What is this?
All right. I'm going to give you the goods in a nutshell.
Yeah.
It's a 4-step model, and one step builds upon the next. And without giving the entire model away, because it is obviously somewhat proprietary, but I'm going to share, as much as I can here.
Give us a nugget.
I will. You know me. I don't hold back. The model begins with making sure that you truly know your ideal target audience. And, I'm going to tell you this. Most people do not. And
That's true.
A lot of people come to me and they go, I know who they are. And then we do research and we will find out that most people really don't know. So we find out who they are. And there's 4 steps to our model. The first step is define your core unique positioning statement. Core unique. So let me give you an example. A core unique positioning statement, which we call a CUPS, is truly saying something that is a competitive advantage that nobody else in the marketplace says. Nobody. So, a lot of coaches say, I'll get you from point A to point B, or, blah, 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 blah. So, for example, we say that we're going to guarantee that you're going to get results. Now, here are the distinction. The average business consultant, the average coach, the average mentor is not going to say that.
No, they're not.
Okay?
Absolutely not.
So that's step one. Step two is integrate your core unique positioning statement. So let me give you an example. The very best core unique positioning statement ever invented on the planet, which no longer it can be used, is Domino's.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Brilliant.
Pizza delivered in 30 minutes or less, or it is free. Okay? Now, the only reason they can't say that is due to lawsuits, because their drivers were driving like crazy to get it there. But not only did that take them to be the number one franchise in the United States, but it is the number one earning franchise in the United States.
It is, and an excellent example that you don't have to have the best product to be the big have dominate the market.
100%. No offense to Domino's, but 100%. Okay. But
I don't think anyone would argue with that, even them. Yeah.
Brilliant, the best. But here's what they did: they integrated it. It was on their website. It was on radio. It was on television. It was on special. It would be on emails. It would be on blogs. It would be on, if you called, it would be on the phone message. It would be everywhere, okay? Integration. The third step is what we call database marketing. And, Tina, I have to just share with the audience, this is the most overlooked marketing asset. And that is your existing customer base. And here is what most entrepreneurs do. They go hunting for new customers. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Here is your gold, your existing customer base, your former, your current, and your prospective. Your goal should be to keep those customers for life. For life. And I'm going to tell you that our research shows that 65% of the people that our company surveys stop doing business with companies for one reason. People don't believe they're important.
Oh.
Isn't that interesting? They go,
yeah, and yet I get it, because it's true. I'm thinking about my own experience, and for example, and this is something that I know you and I are very strong about, having an appreciation system for your clients and colleagues. And if people refer you people and they're fans of what you do, and they don't feel like they've been heard or that they are a contribution, that they're important to your business, then they just go away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I have to tell everybody that if you focus on who you already have, and I treat every single person as an extended member of my family, I will tell you that you'll get a 25 to 100% increase in your revenues and profits. I will tell you that based on our facts over the past 10 to 15 years. It's factual. And then I'll give you step 4, which is strategic marketing alliances, getting endorsements from people who have the same target audience as you, getting referrals from people already in your database or other people who have similar databases, rewarding people who love you and adore you, establishing goodwill and trust. And just to give you like a recent example, I think this is just a great example. I was looking online one day and I saw Taco Bell had an offering, and it's Doritos Locos Tacos. So what's happening at Taco Bell is they're blending a brand, right?
That was wild. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that too, and I thought, oh man,
isn't that brilliant?
That's like the ultimate munchie food right there. Like,
right?
every college student in North America is eating this stupid Dorito taco.
And
wait, come on.
It's a blend. It's simply a blend. So when you put these 4 things in place, which, by the way, they're very simple, they're very easy. I'm a guerrilla marketing master certified coach. These things are little to no cost, most of them no cost. You are going to increase your revenues and profits anywhere from 25 to, one of my clients did over 600% in a year. 600%. Now, that is on the high side, I'm being honest. Most people do around 25 to 100%, but 600%. Those 4 simple things that every single kind of business owner can do are going to result in the best results possible.
Well, let's continue to build on this because, as we mentioned in the show, you and I have a deep and abiding love of the word leverage, and I know one of your other favorite words is optimize, and you're really good at helping people leverage their time and talents. Building on what we already talked about for the rapid ROI model, what are some of your favorite ways to help people leverage their time, their talents, and their expertise?
Well, number one is if you do something, the best way to leverage it is to make sure that it's being used many different ways. So as an example, I was creating a special report the other day, and it's a consumer awareness guide. So I did the consumer awareness guide, and once I did the consumer awareness guide, which is a written report, after I did the consumer awareness guide, which is a written report, I sent it over to my assistant and I said, pull out lines from this that you can use, that you can put on Twitter, that you can put on Google+. And then I also said, since I dictate my reports and then he turns them into the wonderful written reports with all of the great pictures and things like that, I said, pull out some of the audio from this and please go ahead and upload that so that we're able to use that audio and we're able to put that on as many audio channels as we can possibly put it on, and we can share that on social media networks. And we also took excerpts of it, and then it became my blog. And then we took excerpts of it, and we changed it up a bit, and it became articles. And then we took excerpts of that, and it became my newsletter. And then I was requested to write a column for a magazine, and we changed it a little bit, and there was a magazine article. So we're leveraging it and using it for many, many, many pieces of content. I did it one time, and it became literally about 5 or 6 different pieces of material.
It's just like my favorite thing in the whole world. I just love doing that. It's just so cool. Now, crucial to all of that is having people that are actually helping you doing that. What for folks who are looking to outsource or looking to build a team, you've had a lot of lessons learned in this area. What are some of your recommendations?
Number one, you really don't need to pay a lot of expense to have some great people on your team. I wasted hundreds, and I really do mean this, hundreds of thousands of dollars paying very expensive people to be on my team. There are a lot of barter networks, so I would recommend that you Google barter networks. Number two, there are people that you can find through wonderful, amazing agencies that have terrific workers who speak great English, that are trained in phenomenal skills. And I use an agency that is absolutely just rocks my world. And I have dedicated workers from that agency that are less than $9 an hour that are dedicated workers on my team. And number three, you can do what I call team-based pay, where everything is results-based. So I am not paying anybody until they get results. So think creatively instead of spending a lot of money.
Yeah. Now, for the folks that are team-based pay, that you say you don't, is that different than paying on commission?
It is actually. Everybody shares in a percentage of how we're doing as a group, as a unit, as a company. And so even if your job has nothing to do with sales, it all has to do with how is the company doing. So, it has nothing to do with sales. It has to do with customer service. It has to do with every single thing that has to do with how we as a group are doing as a company.
So like a team bonus or, which is often used in corporate America, not enough.
Exactly.
But taking that down to a small business level.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right, because I know that's such a huge issue for so many folks starting out as small business owners that they're concerned about spending money on a team or spending money and not getting what they thought they were getting.
Yes, exactly.
So that's great. Excellent. All right. For all of our super starters out there who are looking to get going and fulfill on their goals and dreams, what are a couple of action steps that you would recommend that they take in the next week to help them start something?
Number one, make a list of physical actions that you can take that are simple, easy, and effortless for you. Simple, easy, and effortless physical actions, whether it's to call somebody, email somebody, write somebody, physical, simple, that really you're not like, oh my God, that's really hard for me. Simple. Number two, figure out what you are brilliant at. Write a list. This is stuff I'm really good at and I love to do. And number three, write a list at what you absolutely hate doing. I don't want to do this. I never want to do this.
It's so important to acknowledge that. Terri, I know that you have to run, and we appreciate you taking this time to be with us here today. One quick last thing. What's the legacy you want to leave?
Oh, thank you for asking. My dream in life is to have impacted enough people so that they can build $1 million businesses and that they are able to have freedom in their life and do the work they love and leave legacies that they choose to leave.
And that's why I adore you.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Tina again, and I wanted to give you one more quick tip to make everything that Terri talked about even more easy and more simple, and it doesn't involve going and getting a free download, I promise. All you have to do is connect with me and connect with Start Something on social media. If we're not connected already, just go to facebook.com/startsomethingbusinesssolutions. Go to LinkedIn and connect with me there at linkedin.com/in/Tina Dietz. Or go to my personal Facebook page at facebook.com/thisistina Dietz. And of course, Twitter, which my handle there is The Superstarter. So there's your first action. Connect with me and connect with Start Something on social media. And that's your first step to be off to the races, taking this great advice from Terri Levine. Join us next week for another inside piece of the VIP Backstage Pass and have a fantastic week.